I want to make sure I look the same when I leave here. That is really spicy. Wow.
Hey everyone, you're watching The Heat, where we talk cop things with hot wings. I have with me here my boss, James McDonald, Chief James McDonald. We just call him Mac. He started as a CSO, worked his way up through the ranks as detective sergeant, captain, and now he's been the chief for 11 years and a cop for 30 years. Mac, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Aaron.
So it's not every day you get to see your boss sweat. Yeah. How do you do with spicy foods?
I do great with spicy foods normally, and I want to say, I'm going to see what the value is of people watching us eat wings.
All right, well, 6 wings, 6 questions. You ready to start?
Yeah, and don't get used to making me sweat, Aaron.
Police work is constantly changing. A little nudge here, a little nudge there. We get better training, better insights. If I gave you the magic police wand to wave it and just change one thing, what would that be?
One thing. To take the danger out of it. I really feel for the cops that are out on the beat, it is a dangerous job, and if we could take that out. We really, as a department, we really need to invest in the officers' training and ensure that their skills are honed as they go about their business. I think you're gonna have to do better than that, Aaron. They're not very hot.
We'll get there, I promise. We'll get there. All right, so one thing's for sure. Starting out, we all make rookie mistakes. So I'm curious, when you started out, what was one of the biggest rookie mistakes that you've made?
I don't know if I was on for 3 months, at least on my own for 3 months. It was a disturbance call. It was at an apartment complex. And it was 3 guys playing in a band. And I just pulled up, it wasn't any big deal. I remember talking to the man and I said, hey, we just got a complaint. Oh, yep, they told me we're just shutting it down. And as I was driving down the road, leaving, the dispatcher radioed me, and they said, hey, one of the parties, Josh, I remember his name, Josh had a warrant. So I went back, and again, I was by myself, and this was a rookie mistake. And I pulled up, and these men had just closed their garage, and they were walking back into the apartment. And I pulled up, and I said, Josh, I need to talk to you for a minute. And Josh says, no, man, I don't need to talk to you. And I said, Josh, come on, I need to chat with you. And I grabbed him by the elbow, and he says, it's about the warrant, isn't it? I said, yeah, unfortunately it is, and you got to come with me. I said, we'll be able to work it out. We could have collected bail or whatever. So he pulled away from me, and so I looked down at my belt to grab my radio, pulled it out, and he grabbed my hand because he knew I was going to radio for help. And we're struggling over the radio, and the next thing I knew, he punched me in the jaw. And immediately I knew my teeth didn't line up, and it broke my jaw. So for the next 3 months, I was drinking out of a straw. My wife would make a stew and cook it in a blender, and I was drinking out of a straw. You really kind of question your involvement in the profession at that time, let me tell you.
Our next wing is Scotch Bonnet from Double Take. Now, you said we got to do better, so don't get overconfident because this is kind of our last easy sauce before we ease into the really hardcore stuff. So let's give it a shot.
I'm taking your advice.
All right, you have an unlimited budget for squad vehicles in the police department. What do we get?
Ooh, unlimited squad vehicle or type of vehicle? Mm-hmm. I'm a Camaro guy.
Cameros.
I like Cameros.
All right.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is having a Camaro isn't practical. We have difficulty getting suspects in the back of our cars.
I was going to say prisoner transport might be a little difficult with that one.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron, you're right. They're getting spicier.
It goes up.
Yeah. Are you sweating yet?
I am a little bit.
Yeah.
You probably can't see it yet, but I guarantee you I will once I get to this. That's what I do. So you've been a huge proponent of drawing attention to kind of the mental health crisis. And over the past decade in our city, mental health calls have nearly doubled. What is it? Why do you think that mental health is becoming such an issue, and what can we do about it?
I think there needs to be an investment in treatment. So people that don't have the means to get treated have an avenue to get it. And let's keep in mind that there's many people that don't realize that they need to be treated. And therefore, you have to rely on families and social service agencies to really have the ability to refer these people to get the help that they need.
What do you think?
We jumped up in heat.
All right, so your son Will, 14-year-old kid, he's gone with you nearly every national night out party. He goes around with you in the squad car, and he said that someday he wants to be a cop. What's your advice to him day one when he straps on that belt and takes a squad car out?
My advice to him, if he does want to be a police officer, is to always remain true to yourself. Always do the right thing when nobody's looking. And really try to find that drive to help people and be humble. Cops don't always need to have the last word. They need to be articulate, they need to be able to communicate well. But I really believe that having some humility and keeping that moral compass is very important for our cops now, and it will be if he ever decides to be a cop.
Well, you haven't touched the water or the milk yet.
Yeah,
you're holding strong.
Yeah, that's because you haven't.
Oh, it's okay. It's a pride thing.
It's a pride thing.
You know what? There's no shame in it.
No, yeah, I'm all right.
You're all right. Okay,
I'm all right
too. Last wing.
All right.
All right. Carolina Reaper, fermented pepper.
All right.
And with this, what we do is we take it and it's a drop and a roll. So, got a little dropper here. Pick it up, lay it all the way across, and then we're gonna roll it. Just make sure it gets on there.
So just like this.
Yep. Get it on there.
All right. How's that enough?
Hey, it's up to you.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I want to make sure I look the same when I leave here. That is really spicy. Wow.
Whew. All right, I'm feeling it this time. Well, our police department recently was awarded the Voice of the People Award, and 98% of Eagan residents said that they have a high approval of the police department. So I'm wondering is, when you, oh, it's getting me. When you see these awards, you know, when you see these accommodations come our way, are you focused on that at all? Are you more focused on kind of the daily grind and making sure the police department is pointed in the right direction?
I think the personality of me and our organization is one of humility. If we're meeting the public's expectations, I'm just glad we're doing it. That's gratification enough for me. I think it's so important to have our public stand behind us because as we know, police work is very dicey, and we get our authority from the people that we serve, and if they ever lose confidence in us, I think we're done.
Well, Mac, you ran the gauntlet of sauces. You made it through.
Mm-hmm.
You survived the heat. I barely did. This kind of got me this time. But 3 cameras.
All
The
right.
floor is yours. Let the people know what you want to say.
Yeah, Aaron, I really appreciate you taking the opportunity to do this. It's quite an experiment. In my time here that I've been at the Eagan Police Department, it's been a great experience, and mainly it's because of the people that I serve. There's a lot of great people in this community, and their support for our organization has been very humbling and very important to our mission. I look forward to seeing many of you in the community, and let's wish Aaron good luck in his new adventure in this show.
This is really just an elaborate ruse to eat wings, so thanks, Mac. I appreciate it.
My nose is starting to run.